Hello Ratbags, it's Jade, welcome to the Survival Show. Yes, for brand new fans, all 7,000 subscribers in the last 2 weeks who have been enjoying the grounded content, I do other games. I am the home of survival. If it's coming out on a console, I'll be the first person to show you, tell you, talk to you about it. And if it's a brand new survival game coming to PC, I'll be there to highlight and talk about it too. So the Survival Show is going to round up all the survival news that's been going on with some of the biggest games, new games coming out, and some small updates for some of the other ones. Also, big shout out to all my old OG subscribers. Yes, I'm back. I know I've been putting out tons of grounded content. I'm sure I'm not the only one. All your favourite survival YouTubers have been. But now business is returning a little bit back to normal. So we're going to see a bit more of a mix with survival news, looks at brand new games. But I will be carrying on lots of grounded content as well. And that starts with today, the grounded update. We've got a small hotfix incoming. It's going to hopefully resolve some of the issues ahead of the major update on 27th of August. Also going to be talking about Unturned coming to Xbox and PlayStation for the first time. Yes, it's an old school survival game. So many people are excited about it. And we're going to be covering a bunch of other stuff, including Rust, the update that went live yesterday. Also covering Smalland, a grounded kind of rip-off. Well, maybe not, as it was actually made or started to be made before grounded even was a thing. And also covering what's going on with Dead Matter and Valheim, two games that have got their alpha and beta starting up very soon. Goner, the survival game with dinosaurs that I spoke about a little while ago, that's just gone live on Kickstarter, and a whole host more. Timestamps as usual are there in the comments, go and check it out as well in the description. Let's crack on with everything you need to know about survival right now. So, some of you ratbags, judging by my metrics, you've probably got kids, judging by what age you are. My young audience isn't as much as maybe some people think, but you may have heard of Unturned over the years. It's a survival sandbox game, and yes, it does look a bit like Minecraft and Roblox had a baby. This was phenomenally popular back in the day. It actually came out in 2014 as a free-to-play game on Steam. Well, it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation, and they've ramped up the price. It's going to be £24.99. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You can pay a $5 fee to unlock some premium features on the free-to-play version, and now console suddenly is like up to 25 quid. Yeah, it seems a bit dodgy, but nevertheless, the game is pretty good. I remember thinking about trying this game out a few years ago, but I never got around to it, and it kind of did die off a little bit on Steam because it just didn't get that extra love on consoles. But it is coming, it's meant to be coming this year. They put out a statement. It's got zombies that attack you. You're going to have to defend your base. You can build, you can craft, do all sorts of stuff. It's been published by 505 Games, and it's been redone or ported over by Fun Labs. They're the guys that actually done the port for Stranded Deep, another big console survival game that I've covered this year. So I think we'll be in good hands. No firm release date as of yet, but it is on the Xbox Insider Hub right now. So you can go and try it out. You can try out the beta version, I guess. But yeah, as I said, a bit disappointed that it is going to be that much. Obviously, it has been 6 years. I'm guessing maybe a lot more content's been added to it. I would have expected maybe not to be free to play on console and have something similar to where you can buy that $5 expansion pass. But yeah, 25 quid, $30. That's a bit mad. Anyway, let me know. I know some of you guys are hyped about me covering it or talking about it. Well, there you go. Unturned is going to be coming to console. Will I be covering it? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. A few weeks ago, me and Kaya showed you a game very much in development, early stages, and it was going to be hopefully launching onto Kickstarter. It's called Goner, and it's a survival game with dinosaurs. Think more like Green Hell though, rather than Art Survival Evolved. You're going to be on a mysterious island where there are going to be enemy NPCs, and there will also be dinosaur creatures hunting you down. Very much a case of being really scared and frightened of them. You're not going to be riding or taming the creatures in this one. It's all just about survival, hence why it's more compared to Green Hell or even The Forest. So, fighting off against the NPC tribesmen, trying to find your mother who's gone missing and her crew. That's the basis of the story. Their Kickstarter went live a couple of days ago. You can go and back it if you like the look of this project. As I said, I don't cover too many Kickstarter games unless I generally think they've got something special about them. And I think Goner could potentially have a great future. They've already raised £9,000. They've got quite a modest goal of 22,000. This will normally secure some funding to get them up and running, and then they'll probably be looking for a lot more funding from other publishers or maybe even more investment in the future. But yeah, they've nearly hit their halfway goal after only a couple of days. I've gone ahead and backed it as well, and we're not expecting the game to probably come out until next year at some point. So it's going to be a long path, but I do like looking at some of this stuff in the future. Kaya on Fire is going to be covering this over the next few days in a more detailed video, going over what you can expect a little bit more, showcasing off the reveal proper launch trailer a little bit extra as well. And she will be going over Deathground, another sort of dinosaur themed Dead by Daylight game that we've been covering on the channel as well. So yeah, if you see a video from Kaya, it's my day off. I'll leave the link for this though in the comment section if you want to go and check it out for yourself. Rust had its big monthly update yesterday, and it's the mixing table update. You're now going to be able to make a cup of Rosie Lee, otherwise known as tea for all of them non-cockneys out there. They're going to give you limited boosts, and I really like the idea of this. I can't believe it's actually taken them this long to put some actual proper buffs in. As well as that, there's going to be some new items to craft, conditional roof tiles, a wooden barricades that used to be in the old school version of Rust. They've brought it back. It's more and more looking like it's becoming Fortnite. And an armoured passenger module for the vehicles, along with various other fixes and improvements. So obviously the roofs are looking a little bit more fresh. You've got corner roofs and stuff like that, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. It looks looking nice. I like the idea of this one. We've got berry plants. Obviously that's what's going to be needed for the teas. You're going to need to have specific recipes and ingredients to make these boost teas in the mixing table. I hope they kind of think of other things with this mixing table. Be cool if that was the way that you had to make your own bullets and stuff like that. Obviously lots of optimizations. Here's the wooden barricades that you got going on. As I said, that's why I'm comparing it a bit to Fortnite, because you can just simply place it anywhere. I'm joking, people. They're not about to start putting a billion build pieces in so you can build skyscrapers super quickly. Although, you know, maybe that could be a version they put in eventually. But that's gone live on PC. As ever, there's no word on Xbox or PlayStation just yet of when we're going to see Rust. We know it's coming this year. And I will keep saying that after last month's horribleness where so many YouTubers were fake hyping some sort of news or reveal, and it never happened and it never was going to happen. But as I said last month, be careful about the content that you're watching. Don't get misled by too many beta YouTubers saying the beta is coming. As soon as we get any news, the best person to hear that news is going to be either me or Shadowfrax. I'm sure he's going to have the lowdown. So if you want the best in Rust news, go and check out Shadowfrax. Couple little hot fixes for some of the games we've covered in the past. Stranded Deep and Subnautica have both received some fixes. Not gonna lie, a bit disappointed there's not any more content being added. So many people just want some shelves on Stranded Deep to put on your ships, your rafts. It's a feature on PC, but for some reason they just haven't actually put it on the console versions yet. They have got lots of fixes though, and problems and issues with placing stuff has all been fixed now. I'm not going to go through it necessarily individually, but again, I will leave the link in the comment section to the Twitter page. You can check it out for yourself, or we'll post this actually in my Discord. So yeah, lots of stuff, lots of issues all fixed out. It went out a few days ago on Xbox and PlayStation, so you should have received that update. They've also turned off the leaderboard functionality as there were some problems with it while they're working on other issues. And the skill level indicator now increases gradually to indicate level in progress. This was a big one. People didn't realise that when you're crafting or doing something, you never got told what was happening, and then all of a sudden you've hit your next level, where it now shows properly that you've hit that level. But probably the biggest one has been the airline parts. Basically you have to, spoilers, escape the islands by building yourself a plane or getting the parts for it anyway. Once you've got them parts, if you suddenly lost them by accident, you couldn't actually get them back again. Well, I've now made it that you can craft them really super easily once you found them the first time. So it should stop people not being able to complete the game now. You will be able to escape Stranded Deep. If we ever get any news about split screen or co-op, I will be the first person to let you guys know. It's probably the most requested feature with this game. Subnautica has had a micro update. Yes, on PC, Steam and Discord. It's probably going to take a good few weeks, maybe even months to get to console. I don't know why, but these types of hotfixes, they're just not appearing on console for a long time afterwards. I do believe Unknown Worlds are doing all their own porting now once more, after initially putting it out to Panic Button. But yeah, there is a big hotfix indeed. Lots of improvements and performance under the hood. I guess we shouldn't be complaining too much. This game is a few years old and obviously working on their sequel Below Zero right now. But improvements are improved world streaming. You'll no longer be able to outrun the terrain in your prawn suit. In hardcore mode, low oxygen will no longer warn you. And lots of fixes there. And some important quality of life fixes. A very, very small update, but if it improves things for a lot of players, it's all good. It has to be said, the last time they did this type of hotfix update saying they're improving stuff, it actually broke a lot more. There was huge complaints on console after the last update. Again, relatively meant to fix stuff. So yeah, I hope they have really tested this out a bit more thoroughly this time. But this should be live on PC, and hopefully, as I said, any chance we get it coming to console, Xbox or PS4, I'll let you guys know. Dead Matter could be the next big survival game. It's been talked about for years now in alpha, pre-alpha and pre-development. Well, it's looking likely it's coming very, very soon. The first proper alpha where players will actually get a chance to play the game is only a few weeks away, it seems. They've been hyping stuff up, doing weekly updates, talking about development of the game with blog posts and video footage. They raised money via Indiegogo, and the countdown for that finishing is just about to end. It's pretty crazy. It's been 3 years already. They've only got 11 days to go and have raised nearly £1 million. That's a substantial amount of money. It took about $1 million to get Ark up and running in its first 6 months and then hitting early access, just to give a bit of a scope of how much it costs to make these types of games. It does look like there's only a few of the packages left as well. I don't know how they do it with Indiegogo. So if you do want to get involved and get a guaranteed alpha key, you may want to take a look at it. There was a little bit of negative blowback on this game though recently, with the news that content creators were going to be getting access before the alpha backers. Some people are very upset by this, seeing that why should some privileged bloody YouTubers or streamers get access when other people have actually spent quite a bit of money on backing the project. But it seems like the Dead Matter devs are really just enlisting the creators to also drum up some extra support for the rest of the Indiegogo, and also get them in for some testing and get some proper feedback from them too. Obviously, the backers' feedback is going to be the most important, but for sure, there's definitely a benefit to get in some YouTubers that play these types of games constantly and also see a lot more comments and feedback about them games from all sorts of people. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to get them involved. I still think they probably should have just made it that they got access at the same time as the backers though. I'm hoping to be one of them people. I am a Dead Matter partner, I do believe, as I get all this information in their Dead Matter partner Discord. So hopefully I'll be able to show this to you in the next few weeks if they allow us to show any footage. But yeah, Dead Matter's pretty special. It's got lots of stuff, exploring Canada, fighting off zombies and other players, trying to get resources, as well as maybe building up or fortifying defences. The early access period where you'll be able to just buy it on Steam, I don't believe is going to be happening until the end of this year, maybe beginning of next year. But this is the first proper stage after a few false starts that players will finally be able to try out Dead Matter for themselves. Another game that's approaching a beta of some sort to test it and get some stuff out is Valheim. I really like the look of this one. Imagine a Norse RPG survival game. This is pretty much what Valheim is, with a pretty unique art style. The beta is about to begin on the 10th of August, so people who have signed up may get the chance to play it then, or they're going to be doing it in waves. As I said, it's got a unique pixelated art style. This isn't a low resolution image, this is what the game's meant to look like. And their latest blog shows and updates what they're doing to improve it with lighting. You get the idea, lots of weapons to go and get, lots of the resources, chopping down trees. But there'll be lots of monsters to fight, lots of creatures to take on, and lots of activities like fishing and boar taming. And yes, it does look like you're going to also be able to get yourself a little wolf as a pet as well. That's pretty cool. It also shows off the farming system and the goblin camps, which I'm sure you're going to be fighting off. In fact, there's a whole host of stuff here, really detailing it. So I may go over all this in a video in the next few weeks. Some cool new enemies. I like the look of this one, big time. It's been published by Coffee Stain Studios, the makers of Satisfactory and Goat Simulator. And if it's the closed beta, I'm expecting maybe an early access release towards the end of this year. So yeah, lots of stuff to cover for sure. I'm going to give this a bit more of a close-up look. But Valheim is coming probably this year. So you guys know I've been hyping up and showing you what's going to be coming in terms of content at the end of the month. Obsidian have said they're going to update their game every month with content, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be doing some hotfixes. And thank God, because there's some big massive issues with Grounded at the moment that is ruining the experience for a lot of people. So this is all going to be fixed in the next day or two. 0.1.1. They've made changes to hosting and joining games, so it's going to be more reliable. No more just getting kicked randomly or not being able to find your friends. Obviously as well, when the game is full, you're no longer going to be able to join, and that's going to pop up properly as well. Players were having problems on PC logging into their Windows account. It was pretty much putting them, not giving them a choice what Windows account they wanted. So that's going to be fixed on PC too. Issue with Windows 7 and 8 users. Good God, you boomers. What are you still using that for? crashing when attempting to log in, so hopefully that's going to be fixed too. Lots of crashes being fixed with autosaves. Players stuck on the welcome pop-up screen, that's going to be fixed as well. And characters not saving occasionally in save games. If you did lose any items because your character wouldn't save, you're not going to suddenly get them back with all your items, but hopefully it will be fixed in the future. And in terms of gameplay, which is obviously the most important stuff, you're not going to be stuck in the spider webs anymore after destroying them. That's a big one I've had. Burgle has been disappearing in games after a few moments, like at times you've gone and given him some of the science points, chips and stuff, and especially if you attacked him, he would actually lose his health and die, and then you wouldn't actually be able to get him back again. So he will be back. They're going to fix all of that for games. You won't have to restart a game. Same thing's going on with the Oak Tree Lab. I had this the other day. I went to the tree lab to just go and get some new quests, and the door was locked. I couldn't get in. I thought they were trolling me because of all the cheating I've been doing and going into all the secret labs. And they've pretty much fixed the mysterious machine not working correctly too. They've got issues with endless lava spawning over time. No, it's not meant to happen. You're not meant to have 2 million lava coming and crushing your base. And actually, what was happening was people were using spike traps, and that was causing the lava to spawn. So you will still need to go on a killing spree though. Any larvae that have spawned, you're going to have to go and kill them. They're not going to just wipe them out. But they will be fixed, so there won't be too many overspawns now. Issues with your inventory durability or item durability not correctly showing properly. And to fix the raw science not appearing properly. That was one of the big things I said that was in my review. Lots of people saying they couldn't get any of the raw science points. And that big cheat where some of your friends joined your world, all of a sudden you had 16,000 science points, that's going to be fixed as well. So you may find that a lot of the science points have respawned around the world. They've fixed some crashes to do with the ant colonies. They've removed the kill mosquito burgle quest. Lots of you saying you have to kill 5 mosquitoes, but obviously there's no mosquitoes in the game yet. But I did preview them yesterday, so go and check that video out. You are going to have to abandon that mission. You go up to burgle and you pretty much have the option to abandon the mission. Do that and then get a new one. They found the issue where trying to cook items, dry items with no item in it would crash the game. Crashes caused by dewdrops that are stuck in between them. Issues where dragging items from one slot of storage to another caused the problems or desync. They've disabled storage baskets and smoothie stations from being able to access by multiple players. And the block tutorial now only plays once. They've also tuned Wolf Spider Hearing Investigation AI to creep on the player less frequently. No! I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the butt having a spider come and just kill you randomly. But it's actually quite good. It means you've got to be a bit more alert. They made some changes to the Scab OS screen. They've fixed trail markers not showing up on the map. And an additional fix added to prevent the game crashing if you navigate them in the legend. And they've reduced the screen edge shimmer on Xbox One and Xbox One S. And there we go, guys. That is the first proper bug fix. Not gonna lie, would have been nice to see this a few days after launch, not nearly 2 weeks. But hey ho, it's there. Lots of the biggest problems there are going to be fixed. And then we can all look forward to the big content update on August the 27th. You guys have been killing it with the grounded content, with the views and watching and the likes. God damn it, it's so nice to get a big bunch of likes once more. I think we're at our highest percentage ever on the channel. It's like 94, 95%. Don't get me wrong, it's only normally around 92, 93%, but that's still a big improvement to get up there. So thank you for all the support on Grounded. It is a fantastic game, I'm loving it. I think it does so many of the good survival things, and it doesn't actually have all of that horrible grind. Well, there is still a bit of grind. Getting your base built is definitely something that's still a bit of a challenge. So long may it continue. More Grounded content coming for sure, but we've got so many other games coming. Let's take a look. I covered Smalland a good few years ago when it first announced, and fans of Grounded may be looking at very similarities here. Well, actually this game was in development a good long time, as I said, before Grounded, and then it ran into some big issues. It never really got started properly, even though it did have a snazzy little CGI trailer. But it's been picked up by a proper publisher now, and it looks like they are full steam ahead in getting this game made. Yes, you are going to be exploring the wilderness as a tiny little creature. It looks like it's more going to be an elf type creature or a fairy type creature, and yeah, look, it gives some ideas about what Grounded could possibly do in the future, but hopefully this will be able to give it some much good competition, and it'd be nice to have 2 types of games like this. They had another update a couple of weeks ago taking a look at some of the creatures, and one of the main facets is that you're going to be able to steal eggs, and they'll be protected obviously by their parents. So this is going to be one of the major predators, the blue tit. Now, it's not saying that you will necessarily have to just go out and kill it and defend it. It's saying here you may even be able to reason with it. Can you help it and even solicit an alliance? So that'd be pretty cool. Maybe if you take out another type of predator or deliver it food, it won't come and attack your base. It does say here that if you can befriend and earn their trust, you'll be able to take to the skies and soar the antilles that are at war below you. The arachnid dens and hives are warmongering wasps. The prey becomes the predator, able to swoop down and besiege the threats you once had to fearfully run from and reach the ripe treasures you could only previously access once they'd fallen to the ground. That's pretty cool. So you will be able to ride some of these birds and go and attack some of the other creatures, but it does finish off saying there's going to be actual aerial threats as well. So there'll be bigger creatures, maybe hawks, that could do you damage while you're riding your blue tit. It says here that the blue tit's going to have access to resources you'll need for progression. You can use these resources, you can get these resources by force, or you can ally with the creature. And just like a lot of the creatures in the game, it's going to be affected by seasons as well as day and night. So that's pretty cool. I really like the idea of that one. A small little feature, but yeah, I'm starting to get a bit more excited about Smalland. Don't expect this anytime soon. I doubt we'll even see anything to do with it coming out into some sort of alpha or early access until maybe next summer. And there we go, guys. That is the survival news. I try and do this once a week, give you guys the heads up what's going on, of course, and smaller little videos talking about survival. My open world section, which I was trying to lean into a little bit and cover a little bit more open world games, because I'm going to be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and other games like that this year, has gone a little bit on the back burner, but it will be returning in the next couple of weeks, as there's definitely a bunch of news I want to go over and cover. But yeah, thanks a lot for all the support. I'll be back with more grounded content, more survival content. Make sure you're liking, you're subscribed, and I'll see you rat bags later.